Hey guys, it is your boy Shane. I definitely need a haircut soon. That's probably gonna happen tomorrow. But I wanted to get on here and let you guys know that as of Wednesday of last week, I had my first shot of tea. Wow, it happened so quickly. I went to, because I live in the Valley, and I went to Oakland because they have a specialist there through Kaiser, because that's my insurance. And I drove down there, and when I was there, literally we went through everything. They were like, okay, so they walked me through how I'm going to give my shots and how much they're going to start me in a really, really low dosage, so that way it doesn't mess with my head. Because one of the biggest problems me and my wife had was when we did research on a bunch of trans people and we talked to a bunch of trans people, a lot of people said that they had a lot of confused, mixed feelings, and that their head was everywhere. They were really angry, they were emotional, they were crying, they were frustrated, and they just didn't know how to control those emotions because they were there all the time. And that was one thing that we both feared for. So we talked to the doctor and we had told them, like, that's one thing we are very fearful of. And she had explained to me, you know what, we're going to start on a very low dosage, so that way your body gets time to slowly get used to the testosterone. It is going to be a slower process, but it won't give me all those side effects that a lot of trans guys were telling me about. So I agreed. I was like, okay, that's what I want to do, because I don't want to have to go through the emotional way about being trans, like socially, like out in the open, like, okay, you kind of still look like a woman, but you still look like a guy. I'm so confused. Like, all the gender norms and all the things that society brings down on pre-tees is really hard right now. So I didn't want that, along with all the emotional stuff that tea was going to give me. So I just didn't want to be this big ball of either depression or confusion or second guess that this is what I wanted to do. So when they said, okay, let's start you with a really low dosage, in 2 or 3 months we'll up it, and then up it, and then until you're comfortable. And I was like, I'm all for it. Let's do this. So after we went over how much I'm going to inject myself with, the dosage that they're going to give me, like supply-wise, how to dispose of everything, like all the, details that I needed, then we went over the actual process. It was so crazy because I legit 100% thought that I could give myself the shot. I was like, no biggie, like it's just a little tiny needle, like I can do this. But when it came down to it, I couldn't. So the nurse walked me through like how to take the needle out, how to like pull the testosterone into the shot, make sure there's no bubbles, things like that, and then where I should give myself my shot at, and then how I should do it. And then after we went through that, she was like, okay, now you have to give yourself the shot. I was like, what? I legit thought that they were gonna give the shot to me, and then after that show me how to give it to myself, and then I would go home and like continue the shots on myself. That wasn't the case. So they were like, I need you to give it to yourself here so we know that you know how to do it correctly when you go home, which makes sense. So she was like, just 1, 2, 3, do it. And I was like, okay, 1, 2, 3. And as soon as the needle was close to my skin, I pulled away and I freaked out. I started having a panic attack. And then I started hating myself because I was like, I want this. This is what I want. Why can't I do it? And it was the whole thought of me actually like hurting myself. I couldn't physically cause myself pain, so I couldn't give myself the shot. And that's what was like eating me. I was like, I can't do this because I can't physically cause myself pain. I love myself too much to cause myself pain. And that's what was stuck in my head. And then the longer we were trying to get me to do it, the more I was freaking out, and the more I was like, I can't do this. Oh my God, why can't I do this? And it just wasn't good. But on the plus side of things, I had my wife there. She's very supportive. And I had told her, if I wasn't able to give myself my shots, would you be able to do it for me? At least until I can get up the courage to do it myself. And she said yes. So when we were there, the nurse, after maybe like 25 minutes of me freaking out and not being able to do it, she looked over at my wife and she was like, are you able to give him his shots? And she said yeah. So she got up, she walked over to where I was at, and they had told her, okay, this is how you have to do it, you know. So she gave me my first shot. It took like 2 seconds. I didn't feel really anything. It felt like someone just pinched me. And I was like, oh, that's it, I'm done. Like, that's all it took. So she is now gonna give me my shot again tomorrow, because I still have like this fear of hurting myself, even though it doesn't really hurt. That's the fear that I have. So I'm gonna let her continue to give me my shots up until the point where I feel like I'm comfortable enough to actually give them to me myself. So I fill up the vial, I do everything that the nurse showed me to do, and then when it's ready to actually give the shot, I just hand over my wife, and then she just gives it to me, because I want to be the one eventually to do it. She can't obviously do it forever, so that was my first experience with T. And tomorrow I'm getting my second shot. I am like a little discouraged that it's going to take a long time for me to start seeing big results, because I am on such a low dosage. But at the same time, like, mentally I'll be okay. So it's like a win-lose scenario. After 2 months, she told me after 3 to 4 months I can up my dosage. But I think after 2 months, I'm going to go ahead and give her a call and up my dosage then. The part that sucks the most is that I have to continue to do lab work up until I'm at my like final stage of T that I'm going to be taking for the rest of my life, unless it, you know, it could change by year. But from like the time I start up into a year, we're going to be playing with dosages to see what I'm comfortable at. And once I'm at that comfortable state, I don't have to do lab work anymore, which is nice, because I don't like the feeling of people sucking my blood out of my arm. It's gross and it stings, and then my hand goes numb. I don't like it, but that's just me. So I'm really excited. I'm hoping after 2 months we can up my dosage, because right now I'm at such a low dosage that I probably won't see any change for about 4 months, and even then it'll be like slight change. So I'm really hoping after 2 months we can up my dosage and I could start seeing some real results. I did see a little bit of a result when I was at the gym. So I go to the gym about 6 days a week. Lately it's been about 4 days, because we're during finals right now. Well, a week will be in finals, so I have a lot of projects that are like due and stuff like that. And work sucks. But other than that, I was at the gym, and I usually do like a set amount of reps when I'm doing a certain thing. So say I'm doing like biceps, I'll do 4 different types of bicep workouts, and I'll do 4 sets of 10 of each one of those. And after I'm done, I'm usually like done. Like, I'm so fatigued and tired, I don't even want to move. I go home and I pass out. Well, the other day I was doing biceps, and I did my usual that I always do, and after that I still had energy. And I was like, whoa, I usually don't have this much energy afterwards. So I went on the treadmill to do HIIT cardio, and even after HIIT cardio, I still had energy. So after the gym, I was like just going throughout my day normally. And I thought that that was pretty crazy, because usually after my sets, I'm tired, like so beat. But I think it was the tea that helped give me that like energy still. So that was pretty cool. But I'm hoping to see more results in the future. I am doing a voice comparison from day 1 to maybe a year of it, and then probably every year after that. But I'm really excited. Good change is about to happen, and me and my wife are going on vacation in 2 weeks to Hawaii, so I'm really excited for all this stuff, and I will talk to you guys later. I'm actually on my way to pick up some foster puppies that we're about to take care of for the next 2 weeks, which has also been why why I haven't been to the gym, because we're also fostering all the time now. But I will talk to you guys later. You guys have a safe day. Stay beautiful. And I will be on here in a minute.